What if I told you that out of the 35,000 decisions you make each day, most are guided by algorithms and AI without you even realizing it? For instance, if you open Netflix or YouTube, they already know what you will likely watch next, and it might seem helpful at first because it reduces your decision fatigue, but this goes far beyond convenience. Since 2020, MSN has been letting employees go because AI can handle their work. Meanwhile, studies reveal that people who rely heavily on AI recommendations face a 27.7% drop in decision-making skills. Just like a muscle, your brain weakens when you let algorithms think for you. If we start depending on AI for almost everything, are we not just slowly losing our ability to think independently? Companies promise that AI makes lives easier, but it could also be making us mentally weaker with each passing day. And nobody seems to be talking about this, so I made this video to share what's really happening. Let's begin. The first big issue we are dealing with is something that I call decision paralysis. It took our brains millions of years to develop the ability to make complex decisions. Most of us don't think about it, but our brains process data from over 11 million sensory inputs every second. Each choice we make sharpens our critical and creative thinking skills. However, in recent years, some companies noticed that our decision-making process has a limit. When we are given too many options, we reach a breaking point and are far more likely to hand over our choices to someone or something else. And this goes beyond tools like ChatGPT. Entire digital platforms are being redesigned to gradually push us toward that point of overload. Take Netflix and YouTube for example. Their interfaces changed over the years, adding autoplay and endless recommendations. Research shows that when faced with 10 or more options, many people experience something that's called choice fatigue, which leads to indecision. By flooding us with countless suggestions, these platforms make us crave the easiest route, whatever is autoplayed or highlighted on the screen. But this doesn't stop at the entertainment. Social media apps like Instagram and TikTok use algorithms to create a filter bubble, showing you only the content you're likely to enjoy. According to a study by the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, users saw 15% less content that challenged their views once ranking algorithms were introduced. This means we get a narrower view of the world, limiting our perspectives even further. E-commerce platforms do something similar. Companies like Amazon and Flipkart track your browsing history and then flood you with targeted ads until you feel pressure to buy. The ads don't end until your willpower does, pushing you towards spending money whether you need to or not. All of this leads to a state where we rely on AI-driven suggestions more than our own judgment. Our natural decision-making muscles grow weaker and we become more comfortable letting algorithms handle our choices for us. But that's not the only hidden effect that AI has on our everyday life. Let's see how it works behind the scenes, controlling things you might not even realize. We've only looked at how AI affects our personal decisions, but there is much more happening behind the scenes. Let's look at how AI silently runs major parts of the world, often without us even noticing. For example, let's consider the financial world. According to quantified strategies, algorithmic trading, heavily powered by AI, now accounts for 63% of the US stock market volume. These AI-driven trades happen in microseconds, which is far faster than any human can react. While this can be efficient, it also has its own risks. In 2012, Knight Capital lost $440 million in just 45 minutes due to a glitch in its automated trading system, nearly destroying the company. And we are also seeing this same pattern on the job market. Many people worry about AI replacing human workers. Even Sam Altman, the founder of ChatGPT, hinted that AI could soon act like co-workers, which suggests that lower-level jobs may be the first to go, raising concern about future employment. But it's not just finance and jobs. Cities themselves are leaning on AI. Google's traffic management system now directs traffic in 40 major cities. In healthcare, tools like Sakura AI help detect cancer, which saves lives but could also reduce the need for doctors to sharpen their own diagnostic skills. Imagine what this means for our creativity and independence. If AI handles so many essential tasks, do we risk losing the skills that set us apart, like problem solving and innovative thinking? Next up, we will evidently see how this shift in power affects the way companies operate and why you should pay close attention to the decisions that they are making on your own behalf. It's a serious question, and the impact goes beyond your own personal lives. We have seen how AI can influence our decisions and manage vital systems behind the scenes. Now, let's look at how it's changing the way companies operate and why this matters for your future. It's no longer just about using AI to speed up work. Today, many businesses rely on AI at every level, from writing emails and scheduling meetings to deciding which projects deserve top priority. Traditional business culture once valued experience, years of trial, error, and human judgment. But now, more and more companies believe that AI-driven decisions are far more consistent and can handle vast amounts of data, leading them to trust AI over human intuition. Fields like marketing, finance, and management have shifted their focus from developing deep expertise to learning how to use AI tools effectively. Every day there's a new AI application appearing, automating a task that people were doing by hand just a few days ago. In many cases, companies care far more about how well you can utilize AI suggestions than your ability to think through complex problems on your own. Why is this such a big concern? When you are new to any field, you learn by making decisions and seeing the results. The process helps you build intuition and learn from your mistakes. However, if AI is making most of the calls, you miss out on those learning experiences. You might become great at following AI prompts, but you never fully understand the fundamentals of your own work. Over time, this will change how we develop and master our own skills. There's no doubt that we need to learn AI, but if entire industries automate everything, we risk losing the motivation and hard work that it takes to truly learn something. Convenience may replace curiosity, undermining the real-world experience that encourages critical thinking and innovation. In the next section, we'll look at how this shift affects us personally, both in our professional lives and in the everyday decisions that shape who we are. Our minds work like muscles. They get stronger when we wrestle with difficult tasks. Every time we solve a tough problem or think creatively, our brains build new connections. That's how we learn to handle complex situations and come up with fresh ideas. But the moment we turn to AI for an answer without trying on our own, we skip this mental workout. Instead of "I will figure this out," it becomes "I'll just ask AI." It feels efficient, but it can weaken our ability to reason through challenges. The GPS example showed this clearly. When you use GPS for every trip, you never really learn your own way around. The same thing happens when we always lean on AI for ideas and solutions. Over time, we lose the instincts and critical thinking skills that come from figuring things out on our own. Beyond problem-solving skills, this has social consequences as well. Algorithms can decide what information we see or even what we buy, shaping our worldview without us noticing. We might be free from the burden of too many decisions, but we are also handing over control. And this lack of control can reduce our ability to form genuine connections, whether it's making friends, finding new job opportunities, or solving team conflicts. Unlike physical skills that you can rebuild with practice, mental abilities lost to automation are so much harder to recover. Once you're used to letting algorithms do the thinking, it takes real effort to regain those cognitive strengths. So as AI takes on more tasks, we need to ask ourselves, how do we protect our ability to learn, adapt, and make the choices that are truly our own? And that takes us to the final section of this video, fighting back. So how do we protect our mental abilities in a world that's becoming more AI-driven every single day? Your brain, like any complex system, works on a use it or lose it principle. Every time you let AI make a decision for you, you choose convenience over building your own cognitive strength. But there is a better way to handle this. Start by rewiring your problem-solving approach. When you face a challenge, whether it's at work or in your own personal life, spend at least 10 minutes trying to solve it on your own before you ask AI for help. This small delay keeps you in the habit of thinking deeply and creatively. Next up, figure out which decisions truly shape your cognitive development. There are 3 areas that you should never be giving fully away to AI: strategic decisions about your future, choices that need emotional insight or empathy, and problems requiring creativity or original ideas. Why these 3? Because they use parts of your brain that AI can't replicate, like pattern recognition, emotional intelligence, and the ability to innovate. Use AI as a tool, not a replacement. If you're analyzing data, try to find the patterns yourself before checking what AI says. When writing important emails or documents, draft your own thoughts first and only refine the AI later. If you're solving complex issues, outline your own plan before asking AI to weigh in. Think of AI as a second opinion, not your primary solution. And most importantly, remember that using AI is not the real problem. Depending on it is. You can use AI to enhance your work or to take it over completely. The difference is whether you're still learning and growing or simply letting the machine do everything. Start today by identifying one type of decision that you've been outsourcing to AI and reclaim it. Your future self will thank you for keeping your critical thinking alive in a time when independent thought is growing rarer. So that covers how our bird often makes decisions for us, sometimes even without us realizing it. If this video helped you see AI in a new light, remember to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comment section. Using AI is not a bad thing, but relying on it too much can rob us from our own mental growth. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.